Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well, that you're having a great week so far. Today I have another flip through to share, and this is a project that I made using one of your Creative Studio box that I recently received. And I did an unboxing and a kind of sort of collage junk journal collage with me using the different elements that I received in this postal themed box. But I also wanted to create a bigger project with all the goodies that I was gifted, and so I decided to create a journal with the theme of the box, which was kind of a vintage postal stamps theme. And I still have many ephemera left. I have some papers left, some stamps that you can I don't know how you call that in English, but I still have some of these. I have the stamps and I have some stickers left, but I made, to go with this journal, because it will be for sale, I made kind of an ephemera holder, to which I included tons of your Creative Studio pieces that I thought you could create with in this journal, or maybe you could even create another journal with all of these goodies. So I'm not going to show you all the things, but there are many ephemera inside, many collaged pieces that you can have fun with. There's also some vintage ephemera tickets to go along with that I thought went well with the theme. There's also, I don't remember, I think it was Studio, I don't remember the scrapbooking brand, but I had some of these papers left from a very old collection actually, and I decided to use it up for this journal. And this paper I made the ephemera folder with comes from the collection. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name of this paper, scrapbooking paper pad, but yeah, yeah, it's what I had left, and it's what I created the folder with. And I also tucked some ephemera from the collection, and yeah, there were also some chipboard. And yeah, that's it for the the ephemera folder. I also made an envelope, so I just put down some stickers, and inside you have some images, cutouts from French. It's mainly French pictures that you can create ephemera with. And yeah, that's it for the supplies that will go with this journal. So the journal is a hardcover journal. It has 5 signatures, and you can see here it has an alligator mouth, but that's just because there are many ephemera clipped inside. But once you remove everything, the journal actually lays pretty flat. So let's just open it up, and I used twine to for the closure, but you can replace that. How do you call that? Like a band. You can remove that if you don't like it, but I made it especially for the closure. And this is actually a tuck. This is a tuck spot. So I used this antique postcard from 1915. So the back of it, to create a belly band. And behind I collaged some of your Creative Studio papers, and then tucked some of the boxes, paper ephemera pieces inside the belly band. So, but that's removable, so I'm just going to put that aside for now. So, hardcover journal, I used a vintage book that the spine, I reinforced it with some book bindings tape, and then I used this gorgeous piece of antique French floral fabric, and to reinforce the exterior, like the outside of the spine, I used some French ticking, Here there's a stain on the ticking. The ticking is clean, but there was this stain. I don't know if it was wine or something, but I just decided to leave it as is. On top, I just added this lace fabric piece that wraps around the spine. I decided to go for a pink kind of color theme throughout. I also wanted, because the postal theme and ephemera were more on the, I don't know, maybe the masculine or more neutral side, I just wanted to make it a little more feminine, so I decided to use that fabric to cover the journal. And inside the pages, you have actually a lot of coffee stain papers as well as avocado dyed paper, such as this one. And then I think it's blueberry as well. So yeah, let's just dive into it. When you open this one up, so you have, it starts like this. So the goal here was to use lots, like as much ephemera from the box as possible. And of course I will link everything down below. I will link Amanda's YourCreativeStudio website, and I will also put the link to the specific box that I received along with a coupon code that I'm also going to put right here, and you can use that and get 10% off any order that you place in her website. So that's interesting if you like stationery goods, and especially the postal stamp themes. So inside here, to line the inside, the front and the back, I used some like linen paper. It has a linen feel to it. And so it's really sturdy, and I made a pocket and just used this piece of ephemera from the box. And inside, you see I put some envelopes, authentic envelopes, authentic postcards. First page we have, I used scraps from the fabric cover to embellish the page, and we have some postal ephemera. This one is authentic, and this is a piece from YourCreativeStudio. I put it on top, like I put it on the first page because it has the pink stamps here. So we have a ledger page. And I also, on the first page, I also put this kind of, like it's a scrap thingy. I don't know how you call that, but, you know, it's scraps of different papers. There are actually scraps of scrapbooking papers, scraps of blueberry dyed papers, handmade paper, which has a pink, peach tint to it. This paper was, I purchased it from Nadia at Art Alalai on Instagram, so I used a piece of that. This is coffee stain, I believe. This was part of a digital I was working on a while back, and this is also Eco Diet. I received that in a Happy Mail. You get some paper from the box, and then just a peach colored paper. So that goes in here, but of course you can remove that. I'm going to put that aside. We have a flip here, and I put some stickers and some ephemera from the collection of papers I was talking about. So there will be lots of it throughout. I used YourCreativeStudio stamps as well. Oh, I think the light is pretty bad. Hope that's still okay. Here I pinned 2 of YourCreativeStudio ephemera paper pieces, and this is avocado dyed paper, and this is part of a book, a vintage book that I had, and in this book you have many, it talks about writings and authors, so you have a lot of writing samples along with you know, covers and stuff like that, book covers. You have a vintage postcard here from Aubusson. These are labels from Your Creative Studio, and this paper, it's actually a printable from Maria at J'adore le papier, and I printed this one onto this pretty script paper. Have a postal ephemera here. This is a real one. I made some collages with bits and pieces from the book I mentioned, and just a few collages with the scrap pieces from the collection, the paper collection. This is an authentic postcard. This one is antique, and the back is just gorgeous. Little stamp collage here. And then inside this pocket that I just collaged this piece of ephemera, I put one of the pages of that book, and then a journaling card from this studio something collection, and then a piece from Your Creative Studio. This is scrapbooking paper with a tea stain background. These are stickers from Your Creative Studio, see-through stickers. I made a pocket with some of the packaging because I love to use packaging, and then just tucked some images, scraps, and ephemera. There's a vintage postcard, a sticker. This is one of the antique envelopes that included. These ones are French, and this one is from 1902. Again, a page from the book, some cutouts from this book as well, and then we have a piece from Your Creative Studio. These were stickers from this scrapbooking company. And this is what I was talking about, like the writing samples in the book. So this is a page from the book, and this was some writing, and you can collage with that. I think it's really nice to have a piece of script like this in a collage. This was a note from Auguste Rodin. Some vintage from 1935 ephemera piece. This is French. We have a little bit of collage. Another piece of authentic ephemera. I believe this is the second signature. This paper is actually from Japan. I got this one in a Happy Mail, and I coffee stained it. Everything that is all the stickers come from Your Creative Studio and that paper pad. This is from Japan as well. I coffee stained it. There's a ephemera card, an antique postcard. Love the writing on the back. You have plenty of space to write and create your own art. Now, a piece from Your Creative Studio. This is also from Your Creative Studio, this piece here, and I just tucked on both sides the same ephemera but in different colors. This is some handmade paper. Just an additional piece of paper, I believe. Yeah, it's stamped and grunged up. This one was a plate with all those stamps, and the colors went well with the journal. This is another handmade piece of paper. Labels, small ephemera, and collage pieces. This is an authentic receipt from 1936. This is a cutout from the book. This is one of those sticker sheet from Your Creative Studio. I made some collage clusters with some of the pieces from the box. Have some notes, pad papers. a pocket here, another cluster, some ephemera cluster. I think I stapled these ephemera paper pieces. Another cluster, a vintage postcard. This is a pocket, a vellum pocket, and I just tucked some ephemera. This is a vintage envelope, and inside I bound it in the middle of the second signature, and inside each pocket you have the same style of image that you get in the in this envelope. This actually flips out. There's a collage cluster. This is a pocket with different ephemera. A tag, cutout piece. Here we have, again, some cutout pieces for your collaging. Piece of your YourCreativeStudio ephemera. This is a little handmade journaling card. This is from the YourCreativeStudio. This is this is what I meant with this one actually. It's like a pad, scrap paper pad, and this one has more fine and handmade Japanese paper scraps that you can tear off or write on. There's a belly band made out of this handmade paper and YourCreativeStudio ephemera. Bit of collaging. These are the stamps that you can, rub on stamps, I believe you say. These are really pretty, actually. I really like this collection. It's very special. A vintage postcard too. This is a piece of ephemera from the box. A handmade journaling card. This was a printable. I'm trying to use up the printables that I have. So I thought this one went well with the color scheme. I just tucked this envelope. There's a letter inside. And then pockets with goodies. This is actually a scrapbooking piece of paper that I thought was pretty. I'm coming to the end. We have another tuck spot. I put another of these, another page of this book that I was talking about. I was just checking if I could see it somewhere in my mess, but right now it's probably somewhere under a pile of things, so I cannot show it to you. But yeah, there's also this. I put a lot of stamps, vintage stamps, in this one, and modern ones. So that's the journal. As I said, if you remove everything, it lays completely flat and nice. So yeah, you can completely change the theme of it. I did make some clusters, as you saw, but you can cover them up if you don't like them, and yeah, make it your own as always. So I hope you enjoyed this quick flip through. I hope you have a great week, and thank you so much if you're watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.